What's up, everybody? This is XXXDeadhead, and this is a Ninja 300 Special Edition. No ABS brakes, no traction control on this one, but it is the Special Edition. It's been modified quite extensively in different areas. I'm not quite sure of the modifications. We've got the M4 exhaust, and this is Toxic Ninja, the XXXDeadhead's bike, and I'll throw the link down to his channel in the box below. But I've been meaning to ride a Ninja 300 and I get 12 miles to do so, and just get used to the gearing here. It's a little odd having somebody else ride my bike, I'll be honest. Alright, so the friction point is up here. The mirrors are okay. Alright, there we are. Have to get used to this. Bear with me here. There's the speedometer, okay. All right. Make sure the Vex is behind me all right. Wow, she handles very nimble, very, very nimble. And we're dealing with a lot of wind. So I'm not gonna, neither one of us wants our babies to get hurt. So trying to take it as easy as possible here, but at the same time I still want to get to know this bike. The Ninja 300, the famed Ninja 300. I really like that they changed up the bike. And I think they did some good things to it. 9,000 RPMs, so usually it runs a little bit higher. I think you get in tune with the Ninja, and you just become more comfortable with it. Just make sure that Vex is behind me. Make sure he doesn't hit that roadkill. So yeah, it definitely feels very loose in the front end. It's weird having signals on these roads. It definitely feels very loose in the front end, and that's just the nimbleness of the bike, and the wind, the sensation on the wind is, I mean, this is very windy stuff. Even on my bike I was feeling very, I don't know, like uneasy at times on my bike, and my bike is probably like at least 200 pounds heavier or thereabouts. So yeah, this is a little odd for sure. So I do apologize for just not going balls to the walls. Such a weird statement with this bike, but just kind of cruising with it. And I don't, you know, 70 miles an hour is plenty fast with wind like this, and I also want you guys to be able to hear my voice well. The M4 exhaust sounds awesome on this bike. It sounds very appropriate. It's not too throaty as to make it seem like too big of an exhaust for this bike. All in all, I like it a lot. I'd really like to take it up into the twisties, and I think that's just common with all sport bikes. It kind of just encourages you, like beckons you to get up into the twisties. But you know what, I find that my bike does the same thing. I feel more, I guess with my bike, with the Cruiser, I just feel more like, I feel more of the calling to just get out onto the roads and to see beautiful areas. With this bike, I feel more like just what I'm feeling, I feel more like I want to, I'm probably leaving the blinker on the whole time. I feel more like I want to ride really fast up in the twisties and then do some photo opportunity stuff, you know, with up in the mountains, and, you know, pull the bike over and take some cool pictures. Nimbleness, yeah, that counter steering is just smooth as butter. Make sure the blinker's not on. But at this power, I'm 70 miles an hour right now. I'm barely even pulling on the throttle, and it's picking up speed just fine. So going from 70 to 80 doesn't seem like it would be that hard, other than the wind right now. That's the one thing I'd say, is that this bike definitely makes you aware of the wind a bit more than my bike. My bike feels quite a bit more planted with the wind. So overall, I do like this bike. If you're getting into motorcycle riding, this is a great way to go. My only downside, the only downside I've ever seen with getting this bike as a first bike is where your mentality's at. If you're getting caught up in, you know, what other people ride, and you know, all your buddies have like R1s and shit, and they're all gonna dog you, and you just don't have the mental fortitude to be like, you know what, screw you, my Ninja 300's badass, and you're just jealous of my my economy. You're just jealous. Then yeah, if you can't handle that kind of, you know, resistance towards having the bike, and you are going to always feel like you need to have what the Smiths and the Jones have, then yeah, the Ninja 300 is not the best first choice. Oh, this wind is nutty, for sure nutty. So I think we're gonna probably wrap this up here. If you're the type of person though that this would be a great commuter bike for sure. If you have like 30 or 40 mile distances, and I would even go as far to say that, you know, if you're not doing a whole lot of freeway 80 mile per hour riding in windy areas, like if it's pretty calm where you're at, or let's say it's like 80 mile per hour runs, but it's up in the twisties and there's not a whole lot of wind, this is a fantastic choice. But what I commonly see, and maybe it's just the popularity of this bike on the internet, but what I commonly see is people buying this bike, and then within a year they're wanting to get out of it, and so for that reason there alone, I think that this is you know, think real hard before you buy this bike. If you know that you're the type of person that's just cool with what you have, and you love the idea of having just you know, a bike that can go almost 400 miles on a full tank of gas, and it's just nimble as can be up in the twisties, this bike can keep up with just about any other bike, I think, in the twisties. It's just the straightaways where it doesn't have as much performance, and you know what, that's whatever. I mean, it's not about keeping up, it's just about riding what you want to ride. And if this is the type of ride for you, I would say go for it. I almost considered a Ninja 250. This was before the Ninja 300 was announced. When it's all said and done, I'm really happy with the choice that I made. Now, if the Ninja 300 had been around, I may have made a different choice. Because this does have that extra power band, and like I was just showing you, going from 70 to 80 is plenty fast enough. And from what I understand, even going up from 80 to 90, if you drop it down into 5th gear, it's just fine. So anyways, I think I covered everything. This is a great bike, and you know, let me know if you have any questions as to what my experience was, what it felt like. I can give you more of a better explanation maybe. But like I said before, the biggest problem I'm having right now is that it's just extremely windy, and that's probably this bike's biggest weak point, or biggest weakness. It's the kryptonite to the Ninja 300. This is the only twisties action I get here apparently with this bike. Alright, that's all I have for you guys on my Ninja 300 review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you found it enjoyable and informative, and turning that off. And all in all, fun bike. Especially good for people that don't live in windy areas. Alrighty, ride safe out there. Catch you on the flip side. Peace out.